Times. Free Inside. 64-page guide. World Cup 2018. What the flip is going on? A 64-page guide to a football tournament. Now, interestingly, I will be watching England this time. I don't expect them to do anything, whereas previous times I've expected them to win, even knowingly that they wouldn't. But there's a possibility they could do something. But I expect the first 3 games them to be out and back in the UK. But I'm going to watch it because I believe this will be the last World Cup ever, in its current form at any rate. The end is coming very quickly to not just the World Cup, but to the criminals that have been in charge and destroying this planet forever. And when it comes, I will be the happiest man on this planet. Trump turns up the heat as G7 splits over Russia. US and Italy demand end to Putin summit ban. The Fame game. After 25 years hanging out with the stars, for visiting the nightclub with Lady Gaga, to having tea with the bloke that is now impersonating Paul McCartney. Chef found dead in hotel room. Anthony Bourdain, the American chef and TV presenter who exposed the seedy side of the restaurant trade, has been found dead in a French hotel room in an apparent suicide at the age of 61. In other words, he was suicided. They killed him, made it look like suicide. Crackdown on political Islam. Austria is to close 7 mosques and expel up to 60 Turkish-funded imams and their families in a crackdown on political Islam. BT seeks outsider after sacking CEO. BT is eyeing an outsider as its new chief executive after sacking Gavin Patterson. The FTSE 100 company surprised the city when it announced plans to replace Mr. Patterson 50 a month after the board backed him. Now this is just totally ridiculous. Kane signs new 10 million a year deal. Harry Kane signed a new contract at Tottenham Hotspur that commits him until 2024 and gives him a pay rise of up to 80,000 a week. This is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. You've got men, women and children starving and on the streets, and a dickhead that can kick a bag of wind about gets 10 million quid a year. The scum. Free World Cup wall chart inside. Oh, another one, eh? X Factor exclusive. Judge Robbie. Cal lines up star. See page 9. No, he's just another dickhead. Although he does have an idea of what's going on, but then again, most of them do because they were picked for their particular traits. Fury at marriage gossip. Tosh and Bex. David forced to deny split from Victoria. The Guardian. Guide to Europe's favourite island. It's a Greek island by the looks of it, and yeah, Greece is a great place. Anthony Bourdain, celebrity chef, found dead aged 61. Or should that be murdered? Our unrivaled food magazine. The 50 best summer dresses. Army ads targeting stressed teenagers. Using Facebook to target young people is shameful. Wow, what's new? The whole government shameful, but everyone's allowing it to continue. And for those that say, well, I'm not allowing it, what are you doing? What are you doing to stop it? What are you doing to get it out there that the government is a corrupt dictatorship? Star. Semi-naked woman. Arise Sir Kenny. Liverpool legend Dalglish knighted. Does that mean he's a paedophile? Every other one that's been knighted turns out to have been a paedophile, so just asking. Telegraph. Meat found in vegan ready meals. Food watchdog opens investigation into contaminated products sold in supermarkets. It's not really surprising. For those that want to live a life without cruelty to animals and the death of animals, the criminal royals and government don't want that, so it's not surprising they've contaminated the products. Network Rail bosses CBE is a slap in face for commuters. No, it's not. It's a here's a badge because you've done such a good job of screwing the country. Here's a promotion for you. Trump stuns G7 summit with calls to readmit Russia. And the picture of the satanic reptilian evil bitch that I just want to see in prison so much. Express. Dame Vera Lynn, my Brit Award joy at 101. Queen's cataract surgery to save sight. She's blind anyway. Blind as a bat. Oh no, blind as a reptilian. Victory for Daily Express. New law to tackle moped muggers. Theresa May praises our campaign. Theresa May praises your campaign? Then she's obviously involved. Arise, Sir Kenny, still a king, now a knight. Daily fail. Free inside, giant glossy World Cup wall chart. Oh yes, let's go and get them wall charts. And yeah. Hundreds of services axed, countless passengers stranded, timetables in meltdown, but guess what? Network Rail's £820,000 a year boss gets a gong today. Off the rails. The whole system's corrupt. The papers are showing it, yeah, but you know, who cares? Well, you better start caring, because soon they're going to be coming for you. Why have Beckhams announced we are not divorcing? Because that's what normally happens before you get divorced, if you're supposedly famous. Aye. Bear Grylls, I get scared most days. Is great adventure to have in Britain. Birthday honours for the best of British. I doubt that very much. Second World War nurse who still sells poppies for British Legion, aged 103, is over the moon with MBE. She's brainwashed. Medics and health workers feature strongly as NHS prepares to celebrate 70th anniversary this year. The year of its end. King Kenny Dalglish is given knighthood. Emma Thompson, author Kuzu Ishiguro and entrepreneur Joe Malone among the honours. Bring Russia in from cold, says Trump. US President isolated at G7. Brexit backlash. Why is he isolated though? Because we know that Russia didn't do the Skripal false flag, fake bullshit. And we know that the US and UK were involved in the false flag in Syria. But, well, we're not talking about that, eh? No, we're not mentioning that. Because then everyone will start to realise that everything is corrupt. Brexit backlash. PM's plan for Irish border solution criticised. Premier League take winter break. Susie Dent on the language of Love Island. The rest is just crap. No surprise there then. The anything but independent. Jonathan Liu on Sports Great Contest. The voice of football, Clive Tilsdale, yeah, blah blah blah. On picking your words, what to see and what to miss. Finally, a likeable England team. Hello Donald, goodbye diplomacy. Trump arrives in Canada for the G7 summit yesterday before sparking a rift with all other world dictators. Locked in council house limbo for a decade. More than 100,000 families on waiting list for over 10 years. But if you're an immigrant, here's a house, here's some money. The government are criminals. They need executing now. The Mirror. Beckham's the truth over marriage split. Some slimming world stuff and Queen's birthday honours Sir Kenny. Train boss CBE to spark outrage. Yes, because they need to keep causing the constant upheaval and disruption and keep you angry because, and it's working in many cases, because that's how they control and they feed off the anger and the hatred for the government, the councils, the police, the courts. BT cuts off Patterson to calm City. Investor support for chief fades. TV sport foray disappoints. Shares edge up by 1%. In the shadow of Grenfell, Ben Ockery. Tories still the party of business. Yeah, business is all because that's all it is. It's a business. Bank chief designed deal raises queries. He's another one that is one of them. Bitcoin whales control of a third of market with holdings of 37.5 billion. For those that invest in Bitcoin, it's a scam. It's controlled by them, the banks and whoever else. You know, it's not free as you may believe, as you're about to find out when everything crashes, and it's worthless. Gone for Network Rail chief as commuters suffer. So, in other words, well done. You've caused so much upheaval. We're going to give you a medal. There you go.